got to give me access to start my video. It won't let
Okay,
me.
okay. Here, I'm gonna make you a host.
Perfect.
Okay, so how does it work? For some reason, I did a webinar. Does everybody see us already, or do we?
I can see 9 participants. If
Okay.
you are here live, y'all, give us let us know you're here. Say hi in the chat, and also just you can let us know where you're coming in from. And excited to take you through some awesome stuff today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There's a Q&A here, Canada. Okay, do we have a chat? Everybody can see us and hear us. Please let us know in chat. We changed the format of the webinar, so we just want to make sure that it works. Not sure what's going on.
Let's see. My client Mona said the chat function is disabled. So we got to get the chat
Oh, okay,
function
okay.
enabled. Let's see. Thank you, you amazing folks, for supporting with tech. All right. I just changed something. See if that works, y'all.
Mhm.
And I changed that. See if that helps.
Oh, there
There
you
we
go.
go. Look at that. Hey, hey, working now. Love it. Awesome. We just had to do some little clicks. It's always the 3 dots, y'all. Like that's what I've learned. It's like if you can find those 3 dots, it just makes it makes it so much better. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Canada's in the house. Wonderful. Um, so we're gonna go through everything, Shannon. We have made massive, quick, logistical shifts. Because Johnny, he's just been sick for the past week or so with COVID. So we had a chat about half an hour ago, and I'm going to be taking the reins and kind of going through this and really supporting you all and kind of giving you a lot of ahas and stuff like that. Um, and for some of you, if you are already clients, some of this will be very familiar to you, but the stuff we're going to go through today um, can really blow your mind if you allow it. Okay, and I hope to show up and serve on just a very massive level today. Today is all just about giving you tons of value, giving you a ton of ahas and shifts, and really just sharing with you what um, what has allowed me, being a full-time teacher for 18 years, to build a $30,000 a month business, service-based business. Okay. Um, Let me see. So it looks like you're in here. So I'm
Matt,
gonna,
allow me to do a video for 1 second.
yes, definitely. All right, let's see. Um, I don't know why that's not working. You should be able
Uh-huh.
to, but if
Okay, I'm reclaiming host for a moment.
perfect, perfect.
Yeah, okay. Camera to my face. Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you everybody for joining. So let me explain a little bit more in detail before we get started. What's going on? So I've been quite sick with COVID, and yeah, it's been pretty rough, and didn't allow me to properly promote this event, and struggling to talk for long periods of time. It's not a nice thing. So we thought for a second there, what do we do? Do we do the event? And then we realized, like, yeah, we will do this event. It's just going to be 1 hour instead of 3 days or 3 hours. It's going to be different than the last event. We thought, what can give you guys the most value if you want to spend 1 hour here? And we realized that Matt and I have been using a few softwares in our businesses that are AI-based softwares to do some really incredible stuff. It's been giving massive value not only to ourselves but our clients, and we've been seeing great success. And I think that if we just show you what we've been doing with these softwares for the next hour, this will give you massive value, massive. And that's what we're going to do here today. It's going to be a full training by Matt. I will be here joining and giving some tidbits, but it's going to be mostly Matt showing you guys how to use AI software. Matt, are we going to give them an account as well?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're going to do a lot of really cool stuff, folks.
That's going to be amazing. Okay,
yeah.
perfect. Just 1 hour.
Yeah, awesome. And I honestly feel
let's do it.
Cool. This is great. I'm wondering if I can, one of the cool things that I feel like I do this best when I can actually bring someone up on stage and kind of like do it with you here live, folks. So I'm just trying to see if that's even a possibility. Let me just see if that works in this whole thing here. Let me just play. If that was something that you would be interested in, and me just kind of taking you through, I'm going to be using 2 softwares with y'all today, and kind of showing you what I do with them and how I do this with them and how I help my clients build out just amazing, irresistible messaging and offers with with these 2 softwares. So if just wanted to get an idea. Okay, cool. I can bring somebody up. This is sweet. So in the chat, if you would like me to build out your marketing messaging and your irresistible offer right now, just say yes in the chat and I will pick one of you. And
you would be lucky if he chooses you. You should go and do it. Guys, if you have a business and you want to push it right now, this is a great opportunity. Shannon is saying yes.
Perfect. Awesome. So yeah, this is an opportunity, folks, and just wanted to be able to kind of like serve you and support you. And ultimately, I want to grab somebody too that's just like hasn't done some of this stuff with me. So like hasn't like actually ever used this stuff with me. Many of you have done that. So I want to make sure that this is something where I like if I haven't already built this out with you, right? Yeah, this would be your first time.
Greg. I see Greg here. I see Shannon.
Yeah, Greg's first time. So yeah, Shannon's one of my faves. She's a client of mine. So we've done this together. So, and I may be able to do more than one, just so you all know. So I'm gonna pull Greg up here, and then if we have time, folks, I will absolutely like do as many as we can. But I'm gonna promote Greg to panelist here. Here we go. And see if that works. See if you can pop up in here with me, Greg. And let's see how this works. This is fun for me to be able to kind of like do this. I've never done the webinar style piece, so that's fun. Cool. Let me know if that works, Greg, in the chat, or if you're able to join as panelists. If not, we can shift gears here and change it up.
Yeah, should be simple. If you're promoting the panelists, should be able to.
I did.
Oh, you did. Okay.
You are promoted,
Greg. We need you. There you go.
There we are, Greg. Wonderful. Awesome. Greg, let me know when you can hear me and see me and all of that stuff, and you can more than welcome to unmute. So I'll ask you to unmute, and we'll dive right in.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Greg, how are you doing, buddy?
Hello.
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you very much.
Man.
I appreciate the opportunity and loved your guys' last session and jumped in on this one. Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you.
So the
Thank you
cool
for
thing
joining.
is, yeah, we're gonna go through even more new stuff and more new AI tools and all of this stuff. And um, do you have, just give me a little gist before we go into this, Greg. Like, what is your current business if you have one? If you don't have one, we will build it out right now. But do you have a current business that you have offers and stuff like that?
Yes, I get into AI generated organic lead gen systems across social media platforms. So
Love it.
people can click a button and it literally extracts thousands of leads across Facebook, different things like that. Does all the cold prospecting, the messaging, gets all the calls that people come in. Built-in CRM integrates with high level for some people that know what that is, and then we help people, high ticket coaches as well, to integrate these AI systems into their workflows, their pipelines, and for their clients and customers as such as well. So we have our own AI softwares as well as they integrate to 1,000 other platforms as well as high level, and then we help merge the two platforms for people together as well that are kind of too busy for that. Yeah.
Phenomenal. Love it, man. Awesome. And so what I'm going to do with you first, I always like to get a clear idea of what the person is, because if I go into one of the softwares and if we like can't put it into very clear words, it becomes very difficult. You know, just as well as I know, AI is only as good as the person using it. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely, you can have the best tool in the world. Like it's like a surgeon that give somebody a scalpel and say, "Go do brain surgery." Someone's going to make a
Exactly.
mess, right? So yeah, no
Exactly.
tools with the right strategy is dynamite for sure.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. So the first tool I'm going to use is something that y'all don't need this tool. It's not a requirement to use the other tool, but I wanted to use this tool first to just get clear on your marketing message and all of that stuff. So I'm just going to share my screen and I'm going to ask you just these questions basically. So like I want you to kind of describe your role in 5 words or less. So let me give you examples of what I mean by this. So like an example could be real estate investment advisor. Another example could be holistic practitioner consultant. Another example is weight loss coach. You could be an AI consultant or AI coach. Like what would you describe your thing as in a very concrete, very simple way of saying it?
Um, well, I'm an AI software developer.
Love it. Love it.
And also I would say I'm a marketing coach as well, right? So systems and marketing coach, because that's another faucet to it. So there's people that can just take a tool, they can run with it, they've got their experience, and there's a lot of people that don't. So we support the clients that, want to enlist my services one-on-one, example, or in courses or trainings, and then I help them as well as a coach and
This
with
is
my
perfect.
team as well.
Yeah. So I got it in 5 words. AI software developer and marketing coach. Love it. Done. Let's go. And then it's like who for, right? So like, like if the example they use is residential real estate investing. You could be a commercial real estate investor, all these things. So you do AI software developer and marketing coach. Is there specific person like more of a niche like we talked about in the last training, the super niche? Like, is there a specific person that you do this for or area that you help people in?
That's tough because who doesn't need traffic or leads? I mean, everyone can have a website or or a Facebook profile, but if they don't have leads, it's tough. So,
Absolutely.
to narrow it down, I mean, my ideal client is, high ticket coaches. So if I only had so many time to say work with 100 people in life, I could help the world in the greatest capacity by enabling leaders to help others. So, high ticket coaches, people that have an audience, a following, or marketing influencers. those would be like, if I had to niche down and I had to choose 100 people, those would be my targets.
Love it.
Or you
So
give
I'm
me a
just gonna,
suggestion. That's fine.
yeah, I just wrote AI software developer and marketing coach for high ticket service based businesses. So it's really consultants, coaches, people that have a premium package. Would you say that's true?
Sure. Perfect.
Awesome. Excellent. So now we go. Now we want to just describe this person a little bit more, right? So we want to get very clear into this person. For the people that you've either worked with or people that you want to work with, what is the age range these people fall in? Do you tend to work with more men than women or women than men? Do you, like you said, they're definitely high ticket, premium slash premium service coaches or consultants. What else about these folks stands out?
Well, yeah, they have their packages are established. They ideally would have a following, so an established following clientele.
So converting irresistible offer, established audience and clientele. And are they making a certain amount of money right now?
It'd be good to have 10K and up a month.
Revenue. Are interested in growing and scaling their business without burning out. Want to learn great ways to automate, outsource, and delegate the client attraction and lead generation to increase their sales. That sound good?
Yeah.
Perfect. Sounds like a pretty good person to work with, in my opinion. That sounds great. And for all those that are watching, it's important. I just want you to think about what are these answers to these questions for yourself. Now, this is where a lot of people get really messed up. Okay. I work with a lot of people. They'll like verbal vomit all over me and just tell me a bunch of stuff about their role and about their market niche or about their ideal customer. Notice how I keep it very succinct. Boom, 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 right? Because we want people buy if they're not confused. They buy if these three things are in place, folks, people will buy from you. I'm just going to cut off share for a second. They'll buy from you if they believe, trust, and have confidence in you. Period. Okay. So they need to believe, trust, and have confidence in you. Okay. The second thing is they need to believe, trust, and have confidence in your offer and the service that you provide. And they know that they're going to get the fulfillment that they invested in. Okay. And then number three, they need to believe, trust, and have confidence in themselves. Okay. So this is where some people get stuck because they they are missing one of those. Okay. So our job as amazing entrepreneurs is to make sure we cover the top two. That's really what we're doing here. We're covering the top two. And when we get so off track when it comes to like explaining what we do and how we do it, then people glaze over, they get lost. They don't care. They care about what they want. They care about getting the thing that they want. That's it. Most people are internally motivated, even the ones that are externally motivated. They, you got to build a business and you have to make money so that you can actually continue to grow your business. And so we have to get clear on this, folks. And, we'll get into a little bit of mindset stuff later, but I genuinely just want you to be super duper clear. And if you get stuck in the weeds with the wording, folks, and you're trying to make it like super complicated and crazy and not tangible, people aren't going to feel confident. Okay. So give me a yes in the chat box if this makes sense to you. And this is because this is key. Like, I need everybody to wrap their head around the fact that we need to get super duper clear on the thing that you do and how you do it and all that stuff. And many of you may have found yourself like not being able to explain the thing in a very short, concrete way. Okay. So continuing on, this is the how-to statement. Okay. So describe exactly where how-to, I'm going to write what I think you told me, and then you tell me if it's right. Okay. So how to use AI software to automate your marketing and lead generation. Is that what you do?
To automate all the lead generation and cold outreach and prospecting.
Great. Marketing.
So you can have 10,000 leads, but most people haven't, they get paralyzed. And so the AI can outreach to everybody. And the point is just at that point, people are just dealing with responses, whether it's going into their funnel, their system, their groups, on calls, booking calls. They just have to respond because it pretty much elicits responses for people out of thin air.
Totally. So
yeah.
Folks in the chat, do you see how to use AI software to automate your marketing, lead generation, cold outreach, and prospecting is clear? It's very clear. I mean, it's really technically, it's just the whole beginning part of any business. So like Greg said, it's like, who doesn't need this, right? So this is a great offer. People will want this. Who feels like they want this today? Because it sounds great to me. So we save and continue, and now we can have AI come up with some of the stuff for us. Okay, so this is something I highly recommend, and I'm going to come off share so everybody gets clear when I say this. Okay, I recommend that you do a lot of the market research yourself. AI is one way to get a giant amount of market research done in a very short period of time. Okay. And when we can do AI, when we can use AI to get our quick market research around our objections, right? And you can use ChatGPT to use this. I just happen to use this software. But we want to know, what are their objections, what are their desires, and what are their frustrations and problems? Because now we can create beautiful marketing messaging that attracts the people that we're looking to attract. Okay. So we start here with what are their challenges, right? So it's gonna generate some challenges for us. And the thing is that I do like challenges, or I like to be able to speak to people's challenges, but not in a way where it's overly attracting people that are stuck and love being addicted to their challenges. Okay. So challenge number one, figuring out which AI software to use for marketing automation. And as you can see, they give you examples. I have no idea where to start when it comes to choosing the right AI software for my business. So we could take that one phrase there and we could create a whole post or a video around this, right? how to choose the right AI software for your business. And now they're like, oh, tell me more, right? So that's the hook. Okay. So you see, you could take any one of these and start to create content and build stuff around this. Okay. So we take that and we put it here. Challenge number 2, implementing AI software effectively into their marketing strategy. So many of these folks absolutely need you, Greg, 100%, right? If they try to do this on their own, they're going to be like spinning their wheels and they're going to feel frustrated, right? I'm struggling, and this is the words, I'm struggling to integrate the AI software into my current systems and processes, right? Because this isn't their zone of genius. It's yours. So that's why hiring you to do this makes it a no-brainer. Okay. So we talk about why most people feel this way. So we can, most of our content is like perspective shifting content. It's not really how to stuff. It is perspective shifting content. And that's where they start to get excited about working with you rather than, working with somebody else. So now I just take all of the challenges that they came up with and I pop them in here. And you can now take each and every one of these and make beautiful content to help them feel like, man, if I work with Greg, I won't have these challenges anymore. Boom, boom, done. Okay, see how we have them all there? Now you can take them and play with them. Now, this is the important part, folks. I'm going to come off share again. So you can get all this stuff from AI. It's great. So you can get all this amazing messaging and things that you could post about and create content on, but you have to do it. So many times, I've done this for hundreds of people, folks. And how many people actually take this information and utilize it in a powerful way is few. Okay. It's mostly just the people that are my members. And it's so key and so important for you to actually take this stuff and start to create content around it and start to build this stuff. So we got to be able to do that. Is this making sense? Does it sound good, Greg, what we're doing here so far?
Sounds fantastic. Oh, how can I get my hands on it and make it actionable? You shared in the chat, or is it a link, or how do?
So this first piece of software is just something that I paid for. We're just scratching the surface, man. I want to blow your freaking mind today. So we're just ticking some of this stuff away. This is what I do before we go into the next piece of software and just start to actually like build out your offer roadmap and all that stuff. So we'll do that next. But I want everybody to see how this is very simple to do. It's very easy and straightforward to do. Now, this is all about desires. Now, if you had to ask me which one do I prefer to build content around, it's desires with a sprinkling of challenges. And this is why, folks. Most people, if you're speaking only, and you may have heard from a business coach before, someone told you, oh, just speak to their problems and then, they're going to want to work with you. No. If you speak to only their problems and you're not doing any desire-based marketing and you're just trying to poke their pain, you're going to attract people that are addicted to pain and addicted to staying in that space. Okay. So I highly, highly, highly recommend you speak to the empowered creators of their life, like the people that are genuinely open to making a change and open to really just getting results, showing up and taking action. It's kind of like the people that, on this call, I was like, who wants to do this? And they're like, me, right? So those are the people that you want to work with, the people that are actually empowered and want to move forwards and they have to be these 4 things. And I want you all to write these in this chat. Okay. And so I want you to write ready, willing, committed, and invested. If they're not these 4 things, folks, they won't move forwards. Okay. Ready, willing, committed, and invested. Way to go. Way to go. Yes. So this is the key. You can't, well, you can, but you don't really want to work with people that aren't one of those. They're missing one of those 4. It's not going to be great. Okay. because you can have a person come on and they could be ready, but they're not willing to do the things that they need to do to get the results they want to get. They could be ready and willing, but not actually committed. A lot of people are just interested. I was in the health world for a long time. Many people are interested in losing weight. Most people are not committed to doing it. Okay. And then last but not least, some people don't feel enough to invest in themselves. They don't feel worthy enough, capable, or confident enough to invest in themselves. And so, unfortunately, you can't really help those people. It's very difficult because they will fight for their limitations and they get to keep them. Okay. So, this is just little sprinklings of mindset stuff that you need to know in order to actually make this stuff work, because the mind runs everything, folks, whether you like it or not. Okay. So I did see someone in the chat asked, like, what is the software that I'm using here? So this software is called Bucket. It's the Bucket.io software. I pay like $140 a month to use this software. And I just use it to build out cool offers for people. And I use it with my clients. So it's fun. But like I said, this is what happens. So most people, I give them, like, if you go and buy the software and you start using it, right? You're going to type all this. This is what I'll tell you what I've seen. Okay. So people go in and they will write a life story in their role and description. And then they'll write an entire double life story in their market niche. And then their ideal customer, they just will like, they'll try to get it totally perfect so that like the AI can't mess it up. And then their topic is like everything that they ever do ever. And then AI is just like, what the hell? So as you saw, like Greg told me something and I was like, this, right? Then he told me something else. And even if he continued to go and tell me more stories, I just was like, this, okay? And it's this, and it's this, right? It's no more than this, because if you go more, it's not necessarily better. Give me a yes in the chat box if you're getting this. Stop perfectionism and focus on doing, just like getting clear and concrete and simple. Okay. And for those of you that showed up today, like, I am going to give you access to another piece of software, and I don't mind doing a little extra side one of these things where I help each and every one of you go through this. Okay. Because if you showed up today, you're freaking awesome. And yeah, you're the ones. So way to go. So last piece here. What are their top 5 objections? This is my second favorite next to desires, because this is the thing, folks. Most people, and just so you understand where I'm coming from, most people, so I was a high ticket sales closer for my own company and for other companies. And I've been doing this for about 7, 8 years. Okay. So I've closed for high consulting companies. I've closed for health companies. I've closed for my company. And I will tell you, the thing about closing and the thing about sales is it is so much easier. Okay. Whoops, I did the same thing. It is so much easier if you can handle their objections before they even get on the call. So many of you are trying to convince people on a call rather than support, love, and guide. Oops. Sorry. Sometimes I'm racist. This is when I'm trying to talk and do this stuff. That's okay. But support and guide, folks. Okay. That's what you're trying to do. Support and guide. Okay. So that's what we're going through. And when we go through this, we're just building out this entire process with people. So if we can handle all of these objections before they even come up, okay, I'm worried about the cost of investing in AI software. Well, then what Greg will do is talk about the cost of not investing in the software, right? What is the cost to your business of having to do this manually? That's a massive thing, okay? I'm afraid that AI software will replace the personal touch and human connection in my marketing efforts. That's a huge one that most people won't invest in it because they're like, oh, I don't want to sound salesy, or I don't want it to take away the human touch. I think there's some things that you can outsource and some things you can't. That's just my belief. And I think AI is getting there. It's not fully there, but I bet Greg has some stuff up his sleeve that is really cool. So Does that make sense, Greg? Is that cool?
100%. Yeah, we do let the AI do all the initial outreach and contact and prospecting, and it's a blend. So it's like a partnership because AI is not, yeah, like you said, it's not totally there, and people have no idea that the AI has done all the outreach. It's personalized, like so people are getting a personal touch point, which is huge, and especially when it's in their DMs or across social media, then it's like this person took time out of their life to reach out to me. And if they're interested, then they follow up, then the human gets involved, right? If that's how they want it right away, they can do human takeover right away.
And I want to emphasize what Greg just said there, because I have gone, so being a coach, I've gone into some of my clients' businesses and they have this stuff set up. And I have seen with my own eyes AI friend zone people. Okay. Let me explain. Okay. And you may have come across this, Greg. So basically, the people get so comfortable and they go back and forth with AI, and the AI makes them feel so confident and comfortable, but they never get to the point where it's like, hey, let's have a conversation. Let's book a call, jump in this event with me, do this thing. Like it never leads them somewhere. So this is where you have to take over as the human in this process and actually like bring them through and be the guide. Because this is the three issues, folks. And this is another key thing. And I hope you're picking up what I'm laying down today. So there's three types of ways you can show up for people. So there's two that you don't necessarily want to fall into this category, but it happens, and I'll tell you how to get out of it. Okay. But then, so there's basically the friend zone, which is you're going back and forth, but you're never actually helping the person move forwards, and they don't actually they don't see you that way. They don't see you as a person that can actually be a solution to their problem. So they never actually move forwards with your offers. So that's why you can be helping a ton of people, but they don't actually see you as the solution to their problems. Okay. So that's the bottom of the sandwich. Top of the sandwich is the guru or teacher, the untouchable person, right? So you're teaching them a ton of stuff, and they're like, oh my goodness, this person's so awesome, but it never even crosses their mind to think that they could even hire you, because you're so unapproachable and you're so it's so systemized that they're like that, they don't even think of it like someone on YouTube that you watch where you're like, man, that person's awesome, but you would never think like, I'm going to hire them as a coach, right? Or I'm going to hire them to help me grow my thing, because they're just so far away from you. Okay. That's the other type of person. Now, where we want to be is we want to be what we call the guide. Okay. The middle person here. So the guide is super duper powerful. It's like Yoda. Okay. It's the person in the middle there that actually takes people through this experience, then makes them feel confident and comfortable that they can get the result that they want. All right. So when we do this, you need to take over for AI and be the guide. Okay. So like we can use all these cool AI tools that I'm showing you today. And at the end of the day, it's like you need to be the guide. You need to be the leader of your leads. I'm going to say that again. Write this in the chat box. Leader of your leads. Okay. This is probably the number one issue I see with people. They have plenty of leads. We need to lead these leads through our own connection with them, through automations, outsourcing, and delegating, and all of this stuff. Okay. Lead your leads, folks. All right. So Greg's stuff's awesome, and he's going to have you take over at some point to actually do this and things like that. Okay. So we got to be the leader of our leads. So that's the first thing, Greg. And what I'll do, my man, is like I'll put all this in a folder for you, and I'll send it over to you. So we're just starting now. So that's the first thing there. And I do this part up front. You do not need to do this up front to do the next part, but I'm going to tell you why I did it before we go to the next part, is because sometimes we get to the next piece of tech and people like they can't do question number one. Like they can't do it. They get completely stuck and they're like, I don't even know where to go after this. So it, like we just said, it's only as good as the person using the tool. Okay. So for any of you that get stuck, like I said, we can chat about how I can kind of support you through that process, like I'm doing here with Greg. So Are we ready? Any questions about what I just did with Greg in the chat box? If you have any questions, please answer them or just write in good to go so that I can go to the next thing and I can keep this process going. All right.
So
Good to
Matt,
go.
just to sum it up, that first part of the process was you essentially giving Greg more intelligence into what he can do to then start getting on the radar of his potential clients. What kind of posts, what kind of pain points do they have? And you were able to generate it quite quickly with AI. That was the whole process. Am I correct?
Absolutely. And it's things like, this is the thing, folks. You ever be like, I don't know what to post about. I don't know what to put organic out. That I just gave it to Greg. Like I'm now going to watch Greg on social media. I'm going to see if he uses the stuff, right? And actually creates posts about this because it's all there for you folks. And like I said, you don't necessarily need the software I just used. ChatGPT can do that, folks. You can ask them, what are some of the objections that people have around putting AI software and marketing and lead generation and cold outreach into their business? What are some of the worries and fears they have around that? What are some objections they have around that? What are some desires that they have around that? And it'll tell you. And I'll tell you what's even better than this, folks. Asking people, like go and talking to people. Okay, so I do a mix of AI and I actually talk to people. I talk to my own clients. I talk to other people. I'm talking to Greg today. I'm asking him some stuff. So I'm learning from him just like he's learning from me. Sound good, y'all?
Perfect.
Perfect. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link in the chat box right now. This will give you an account to a software that I use called GrowthWorks. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you 14 days of this absolutely free just for showing up today. Okay. Just for being here. Now, if you go and try to buy this software, it's either $297 a month or it is, I think you could pay $1,500 and get it for the year. So I think this is a pretty good deal. If you think this is a good deal, give me a yes in the chat box and I will pop it in there and you can totally use it for the next 14 days, no problem whatsoever. Now, I will say that it can be something where you can get lost in it. So what I want you to do with me right now is I want you to see how I do this with Greg. Okay. And if we have extra time, I'll do it with one other person as well. But I want you to see how I listen to Greg and then I take what Greg says and I make it very clear so that AI is clear. If AI isn't clear, it's going to come up with something crazy and you're going to be like, why did that not work? And you're going to get frustrated. And what I don't want is I do not want you to feel frustrated because a confused, frustrated mind, do they take action? No, they don't, right? So I want you to feel confident by watching me do this with one or two other people so that you feel good doing this yourself. Okay. I've been using this tool without AI for the past 3 years. This year, they added AI over the past 10 months, and I've been using with AI. It's a lot easier, a lot easier. But this one tool increased, if it did nothing else for me, it's done a lot for me, but if it did nothing else, it literally increased my closure rate from 40%, which is a pretty good closure rate on calls, to 65%, which is a great increase in average closing rate. Okay. So if you do nothing else with us today and you take nothing else away from this, know that you just got an amazing piece of software that can help you create an irresistible offer roadmap that can help your clients see exactly what you do and how you do it the best, how you're the one. So it will increase these 3 things that I just talked about. It'll increase their trust and confidence in your offer, in you, and it will increase the confidence in themselves because they're like, man, I can see what Greg has here. I feel like I can do this. That's powerful, folks. Okay. Give me a yes in the chat box if you're excited. Okay. You should be. If you're not excited, I don't know what you're doing, but get excited because this is powerful stuff. This is really, 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 really helpful. Okay. Really beneficial, and it can make a big difference in your business and in your life. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to share my screen. And Greg, I hope you have clicked that link and created an account so that I can actually go into your account and do this for you. And if you haven't, just make sure you do it right this second, just so I can go in. And just so you all know, like I have a lot of clients in this, so like it can become gets very bunchy because I have a lot of clients in here. And if you're already a client and you have this, you already have access to it, just like sign into your thing. But I do want you to watch me do this with Greg right here so that you can see how to do this. And Greg, once you've completed it, just let me know so I can start using yours and share my screen and kind of go.
I was hoping it would have the Google login, but I'm just hammering it out right now.
It's all good. It's all good. And then while Greg is doing this, folks, like I said, I genuinely want to give you tons of value. Like, please ask questions in the chat box around your business, around what's going on for you. I have done this at a great level for a very long time, so I can help you in any way possible right now. If you showed up, I can give you some insights into what's going on for you, like something that you might be struggling with when it comes to this. And what I show you today may actually nip that in the butt. But if there's anything for you right now that's coming up so that I can support you, I cannot see them. So I don't know.
All right, Ben. What do you need from me? A link, ID number, account number, something?
Nope. As long as you're signed in, I'm good to go. I just got to find your account in my back end here. So I'm going to search you up and jump into your account. Perfect. There you are. Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to show you all. So I'm going to walk you through this, and I highly recommend you don't look at your own screen and you watch me do this with Greg right here, because I'm going to give you some insights of how to actually use this tool, right? The tool is only as good as the person using it. So I'm going to show you how to use this tool and some pitfalls and things that, may come up for you so you don't have that happen to you. So when you sign into your account, you're going to notice it looks like this, okay? Now up here on the left, you have kind of two accounts. If you want to make, offers. If you want to make more, you can click here and it'll make more. Okay. So it'll just make more of these down here or over here. But today I'm just going to kind of edit this one just so Greg knows that this is, we're going to make this your core offer, Greg. So I always recommend, folks, this is so key. I always recommend you pick whatever the main offer is that you are building. I recommend you do that one first, and then you can build as many front-end offers and lead magnets and all this stuff in here that you would like, but start with one, okay? Start with one and then work your way down from there, okay? Because this is a big mistake that a lot of people make, is they lack cohesion in their offers. Like they're getting leads, but their leads aren't going into their lead magnet because there's a cohesiveness issue, right? Or their lead magnet isn't converting into a core, a front end offer or a core offer because it doesn't make sense. They don't connect together. An example of this is if I was a person and I was selling donuts, and I made you an offer to sell you donuts, and then the next day you came back and I was like, hey, I actually you should buy this broccoli. You're going to be like, wait a second, aren't you the donut sales guy, not broccoli guy? So you need it to be all cohesive. So people are like, oh, they help with it just needs to make sense to their brain, or they are confused, and a confused mind does not buy. Okay. So we come into here, and the coolest thing is back 2 years ago, I used to have to do this with clients, and it took me I would like to literally take me 1 to 2 months to fully have them do all of this because they had to do it all by hand. Okay. I had to do mine by hand. It takes time, folks. So we're going to do this so fast. And the reason I did the first part with Greg is so that I could actually do this very fast with him. So we click generate up here in the right-hand corner. And we need to generate the strategy. So this, can I ask you, Greg, do you think of yourself as a consultant, a service, or a coach?
Maybe give me your definition of those, because some of them kind of blur a little bit. There's some overlap there, and I do fit into all three. So give me your definition so I can fit into that.
Perfect. So I'm glad that you said this, because this will actually help everybody else. So some of you offer services. So you know, like giving people AI software, that's a service. You're not consulting them or coaching them at all. You're not guiding them through it whatsoever. Okay. You're just giving them this service. Or some people, you offer done for you services. You're just doing it for them. Right. So these, or, you know, even a done with you service. So they're kind of doing it with you. So that can like bleed together, the consulting and coaching piece. Now, the second part, and this is something I'm so adamant that every one of you hear, there's a very big difference between coaching and consulting, folks. Consultants, I recommend if you've never coached before, you call yourself a consultant before you do any coaching, because this is the problem. There's a lot of consultants out there that call themselves coaches and actually just tell people what the hell to do. And they're not actually coaching people to get a result. They're not actually guiding people through the process. So if you have a system that you've created and you just consult people and you say, hey, these are the steps to do it, go do it. If you can't and you're getting stuck in your own head, that's on you. I just tell you what to do, pay me money. That's a consultant, right? They're going to say, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. That's what you do. If you don't like it, go find somebody else. That's a consultant. A coach, however, guides people and pulls it out of people. It is a skill that not everybody has. And I think as the coaching industry has gotten bigger online, actually, I know this, I don't think this, as the coaching industry has gotten bigger online, there is a lack of understanding between consultants and coaches. And many of you have invested in programs that you thought were coaching, and you didn't get coached, and you invested a lot of money, and you weren't actually either mentally, physically, or emotionally able to access the curriculum and the tools and the things that you need to be able to do. So that's the difference. How does that sound, Greg?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so definitely, I obviously offer services, and then on the other side of it, for the strategy to help people with their success, I am a coach.
Perfect. That helps. Coaches, sorry, helps. So this is where it was so important for me to pull this information out of Greg, because if we didn't have this information, it's very hard to move forward. And then I go back here and I say, okay, what are we helping them do? There we go. Copy. Oh. To automate your marketing, lead generation, cold outreach, and prospecting. Lovely. So as we read it, folks, describe your idea. A coaching and service that helps high ticket premium coaches and consultants to use AI software to automate their marketing, lead generation, cold outreach, and prospecting. Okay. Wonder if there's a word, Greg, for all of those into one thing. I'm sure there is, but like there's got to be like a word that we can make all of those.
Even if there is, I like condensing things as much as possible so it's not wordy, but I like to try to keep it at like everything at a grade 5 level, and at a glance, everybody from any background or lack thereof gets a good concept as well. So I don't know, just a thought. I think it's good.
Totally agree. Okay, cool. The only reason I asked is because I knew this section was going to come up. So, so here we go. So when you come in here, folks, where it says product type, okay. So where it says product type, you're going to have this arrow here. I recommend if you are offering a premium type of service, and when I say premium, we're talking higher ticket service, so like 4K, 3 to 4K or above. All right. Some people consider that medium ticket, right? But you're looking at coaching, consulting, or service for that. Okay. If you are building a course, it's usually a lower price point for that. And I don't actually recommend people build courses until they're at like a 30 to 40K a month runway. So I'm going to just put service here because I think you just offer a couple services. So it's really like a done with you, done for you type of thing. It's kind of cool. So premium coach, love it. I like that. Yep. And then, so this is where the specific results your program will help customers achieve. So it gives us options. Okay. It actually doesn't. This is the first time I've ever said it. It's like, this is what you do. So let me explain this, folks. There's something called currency. So you need to figure out what you're trading in return for these people's investment into your service. Okay. So I like you to think of it this way. I like you to think of it like, imagine we're all in an old time marketplace. All right. We're all set up. We all have all of our vendor tables set up. Okay. So there's the fish lady. There's the guy that, brought all of the animal pelts to keep you warm in the winter. There's the bread guy. There's the guy that makes swords, the blacksmith. There's the other person that, sells clothes. There's the other person that sells, whatever, right? You think of all of these tables, okay? That is their currency. Each one of you has your table and you have this currency. Now, what gets tricky with service-based businesses is it can be harder to see your currency. It's harder to see it, right? And it's because many of you are saying that you help people get intangible shit, okay? That they can't wrap their head around. And then they're like, I don't know, right? So when you can help, like, take a picture of this thing that you help people get, then it makes it super clear and understandable. And the other caveat to this, and I need you to hear this, many of you are trying to sell the process rather than the outcome. So you are trying to sell the plane ride to the Bahamas versus going to the Bahamas. Okay. Let me explain what I mean by that. So like, let's say you're a health coach. You're like, I'm going to help you learn how to eat healthy and exercise. Nobody freaking wants that. They want to not do that, actually. They want to just be able to do whatever the hell they want. And the thing is, what they do know they want is they want to lose weight, or they want to build muscle, or they want to improve their gut health, whatever it is. The sleeping, eating, and exercise is the plane ride to the result. So stop selling the process, sell the outcome. So I want you to put in the chat box, I will sell the outcome. Okay. In the chat for me, I will now sell the outcome. Okay. So I want you to sell the outcome. I will sell the outcome. Perfect. Great job, Navita. Great job, Jolene. Great job, Christina. Great job, Renee. Great job, Barbara. Perfect. Sell the outcome, folks. Because the thing is, and another way to describe this to people is that it's the doorway desire or doorway problem. So people come to the door and they get to choose whether they walk through the door into your shop, right? Is this the weight loss shop? Do I want to go through that door? Is this the shop that helps me save my marriage? Do I walk through that door? Is this shop help me find my soulmate and the love of my life? I walk through that shop. Is this someone who helps me save money on my taxes? Is this a doorway that I can walk through that allows me to increase my return on investment in wealth management, right? Is this something where I walk through this door and it increases my muscle mass? That's a door, right? Another door could be it increases. This is the leads shop. It improves my leads, right? Or this is my thought, Greg. I feel like what your main core currency is you increase the conversions from your leads. That's the vibe I get. Like you're the lead conversion guy. That's the doorway. Like I want to make my leads convert. Do you feel like your tools help people do that? And I might
Yes,
be
it
wrong.
also gets numbers. So I mean, again, on their strategy and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, when people click a button and go and blast out, 50, 100, 150, 200 messages or whatever a day, I mean, that's a lot better than sitting there at your computer and trying to get 5, 10 and not having time or not doing it because yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a numbers game and it just increases their number and their outreach exponentially, right? So, and it keeps them
Totally.
consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's almost like automated lead nurturing is what it is. It's like it's building that rapport. But automated lead nurturing, that is actually a doorway problem. People do like that. But the end result of it is it's making more money in their business. But we can decide how comfortable you feel on any of these angles. So tell me more about how you feel about all of this.
How do you mean? Sorry, clarify.
That's okay. So right here, specific result, your program or service will help customers achieve 6-figure revenue. That's not necessarily what you said to me, right? So what is it the specific what is your service helping these customers actually achieve? It's, improved lead nurture or automated lead nurturing is the automated lead generation
Yeah, I mean,
and nurturing is really what it is.
yeah, I mean, if you're going for the end result, the money and the pot of gold at the end and the resultant sales they're going to get is definitely the thing that everybody wants, right? So, I mean, just to have a bunch of leads, it's not, I mean, it's not as exciting as having, the 6-figure price tag. I always look at every service that I provide to work on giving people back their time, which is huge. Like if you can buy back your time, that's huge. And also making money. If they can save it at the same time, if there's a comparative type system, fine, but that's not the focus. The focus is getting back their time and increasing their money exponentially. So
Perfect.
those are the two ends that you focus on. And if you want to put a price tag on, I mean, hey, if someone has a good product, hey, if they've got a 4-figure product or service that they can sell, I mean, a 6-figure income is quite achievable very easily in a quick time.
100%. And the thing is like when I think about this offer, right? When I think about automated lead generation and nurturing, which is really what you're doing here, I love that. I would invest in that. That's a no-brainer. Easy, right? Done. If you can take that off my plate and I only step in when it's time to actually really go further in relationship, by all means, right? Because I know that's going to lead to so much money in my business, right? Like that's an instantly. So the right people are going to see that as something that is very, very exciting for them, very intriguing for them. And at
Yeah,
the end of the day, it's
co-
like,
coaches love it because
love it. Yeah. So I'm cool with just hitting go on this. I
they
just
love it
need,
because it gives them.
yeah, they're linking time freedom
So
and
I think
money
there
to
might
it.
be a
They
bit of a
know.
lag or delay or something in what we're saying. Sorry.
No worries. Yeah, there is a little bit of lag. It's okay. So we can hit go and see what happens, right? And now we'll start to kind of put together this service and program that we're offering people. Okay. We'll start to give us all of these things. Now, when it does this, folks, I need you all to hear me. This is so important. When you build out this first part, these 9 steps are the foundational process that we feed AI to build everything else. If we don't feed it these 9 things and we don't actually make these really, really good, it will make everything else that it spits out like crap. Okay. So, not to get so for any of you perfectionists in here, I need you to hear 2 things. One, we want you to just put something out there. Okay. Because testing is huge. The other side of this is ideally, if you spend time on anything, spend time on these 9 things that it spits out for us. Okay. And then it will make everything else better. So, with the 9 things, okay, so it's understanding the basics of AI, introduction to marketing automation, setting up AI tools for marketing, automation lead generation with AI, using AI for cold outreach, prospecting with AI tools, tracking and analyzing AI-driven marketing, best practices for using AI in marketing, and troubleshooting common problems with AI tools. This is cool, folks. So we can literally delete any of these. Okay. So let's say he was like, nah, this is too basic. We can remove that and we can put in something totally different. Or we can move stuff around. So we can take it and we can grab these 2 lines here and we can move it up and down. Okay. So, Greg, when you look at this, how does this look? What do you want to change? Do you like it? Sometimes it hits out of the park. You never know.
I mean, I would like, understanding the basics of AI income generation, maybe, something that's kind of catchy. I mean, if we're talking instead of leads and nurturing, just income generation. Automated, maybe automate AI automated income generation, because that's what we want to get automated so they get the time frame. So that's good. Good intro. And then intro to the marketing automation. Yeah, how, systems, maybe marketing automation systems. Setting up AI tools for marketing. It's pretty good. It's really good. I'm impressed.
Cool. Perfect.
Automating lead generation. Using AI. Yeah, it's nice.
Now, folks,
Prospecting. Yeah, nice. Very nice.
love it. Love it. Now, folks, if you find like you spit this out and it's like, it wasn't exactly what you wanted, it's usually one of the past 2 steps you did. We just didn't say it right. And we just need to kind of go back. But sometimes we can go down here. And the issue is like if you want to redo it, we wanted to regenerate it, we would have to apply to all. Okay. So I actually recommend people kind of go through and just go boop, 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 and play with it. But Greg's giving me the green light, correct, Greg? That I can hit go?
Yeah.
Perfect. So I hit go, and now it's going to come up with some catchy names and stuff like that for this, for these things. This doesn't matter, and I need everybody to hear me. This next part, it doesn't really matter what the names are. You can change these later. You can go and back and edit these. The 9 steps we just did are the most important. I'm going to say it again. Those are the most important. These names, if you want to play with them, I'll show you how to do it, but you can also do it later. Like, don't get stuck in the weeds, folks. Okay. So, AI Foundation Blueprint, Automation Navigator, Tool Setup Guide. Actually, these are pretty good. So this is cool. But let's say you were like, I don't really like prospecting Dynamo. You can go over to here and you can click apply to all. You can go to number 6 and we could make it more catchy and redo it. Okay. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to let Greg decide which ones he likes and which one he doesn't. But let's say you work with only women and you want to make it more feminine. Or I did one where this guy was actually, his whole thing was it was about helping people that have had like grief and death. And he's a funny dude, so he was trying to make it more funny, actually, like to lighten the mood. So there's so many different ways you can make this better and all that stuff. Does this make sense, Greg? Is this cool, everybody?
Yes, totally.
Awesome. So, like I said, like I literally most of the time I don't even mess with any of this. I just leave it there and I'll change it later. That's kind of the way I do it. And so now I go to save and next, and this is where I lost my friggin' mind when I saw what it does. It starts to build everything out for you, builds out your entire marketing campaign and all of your irresistible offer roadmap for you. Okay. So it literally goes in, boom, done, done, done. Sometimes it shows it typing. It just instantly knew what to say for you for all of these things, right?
Oh.
And then it's still doing it over here. So you'll see how it's literally doing it for you. Is this not insane, folks? Is this not absolutely crazy? Like when I saw this, I was like, dude, what? So we go back to the campaign planner and you can see it gives us all these things. Like this is, yeah, please in the chat box, if this is freaking amazing, give me a, oh my God, give me a hell yeah in the chat. Because it's pretty cool. Yeah, it just does all of these things. Like this is the type of thing where it just saves you so much time. And this is my 2 favorite parts about it, folks. This is my 2 favorite parts about it. Number 1 is it makes your clients more confident in what you do and what you offer because they can see it. Okay. It gives function to it. It gives like it just gives numbers. It gives visual, like, because everybody learns through visual and auditory. So when you're speaking to it and they can see it and all this stuff, so now their confidence, trust, and belief in you and your offer go up. Okay. So increasing the perceived likelihood of achievement goes through the roof. Second thing is it makes it so that you feel more confident in what you do. You can see it better. I had one of my clients come in and we built this out for her pain-free living program. And it allowed her to feel super confident in her $3,000 offer. And she made 3 sales in 30 days of joining my program just with that. It's crazy. So to make 10K in 30 days is totally doable, folks. Now, I'm going to go through this with Greg and we're going to just make sure it's awesome. Okay. Sound good? Greg, is this cool as shit or is it just me?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm pumped.
Dude,
I'm pumped.
awesome.
Let's do awesome, man. Let's do awesome. Love it.
So when we go in, folks, you can click on any one of these. So I click on campaign goals here and we wrote service. It says price of the product, and this is always the price it gives us. Okay. So Greg can decide on what this looks like. He can also decide on the delivery time. The name it gave it was AI Lead Mastery. I think it's decent. I think we can play with it and make it even better. But the general topic of the product is automated lead generation for coaches. Okay. So I feel like it's automated lead generation and nurturing for coaches, is my opinion. What are your thoughts, Greg?
Sorry, say that again.
So I feel like nurturing. I feel like it's missing the nurturing part. I feel like lead generation and nurturing are kind of 2 different things. Would you agree?
100%. 100%.
Okay. So that's why I want to kind of just make sure it knows that. How long, what's the delivery time on your program or service?
Talking about like the software, the AI, or
Like when
coaching.
somebody
Are we
signs
talking?
up, so yeah, so when they sign up and they pay you money, how long is the thing that they like, how long does it take to get the thing, or how long is the delivery time? So like I personally have like 90-day programs or, 6-month programs. Like what
Yeah,
is the
yeah, 3 month is good. Yeah.
perfect,
Mhm.
perfect, awesome. And then do you have a price point of your service right now? Do you, or if not, we can talk about it, but
Yeah, we can leave it at you put it at 3 grand. That's for good
perfect.
intro.
Yeah,
If there's
absolutely.
more, if we're gonna just nail, we'll just put,
Absolutely.
just one
Absolutely.
for 3K.
Yep. And just for those of you that are listening, if you're wondering about your price structure, I'll give you kind of a rule of thumb. If you're offering a beta launch and you've never launched the program, you've never helped anybody before, I usually that's between 1,500 and 3K. That's kind of what if you're doing like a 90-day program with somebody. So that's the beta launch offer. Okay. If you want to go as low as 1,000 until you work through your own money stuff, that's fine. Some people don't, they're like, I couldn't pay my own prices. So that's where people get stuck. I'm not going to get into that with you all today. But the thing about it is it's figuring out like uh where you want to sit with that. Okay. So that's the first level. Then once you feel confident in your prices, if it's a business core offer, so you're helping people make money, if it's a wealth or business offer, that's anywhere from 5K to 15K, like core offer. Okay. If it's a health or relationship offer, I find it usually falls between four and at the high end, like 10K. Like when I was doing only health stuff, it was like I was charging 4,500 and 7,500. That's kind of like where I lived with that. But this also is a money mindset thing and a wealth wiring subconsciously for people. But like I said, I don't really want to get into that's not the purpose of this call today. Um, so that's that. And then of course you can have an even premium thing. So higher than that is if you have a mastermind or one-to-one type of thing. Now we're looking at 20, 30, sometimes 40, 50 $1,000 for that service. Okay. So that's that. So if we leave it at 3K, I think that's great. Yeah, lead mastery. Actually, I'm gonna just leave that for right this second. Just kind of hold off on that. Sometimes I just let it sit, folks, and I don't think about it too hard. I just am like, all right, let's go to the next thing. Premium coaches, trainers does not. Consultants. And this is a weird little side hack that will save you time later. If you can lowercase these, then you don't have to do it later. Because it will write out a sentence for us later, and it always does it in capital, and I don't know why. It's annoying, but it's just a little side hack. Premium coach, consultant. Why doesn't it say coaches? Premium. This is premium coaches, consultants, and would agencies fall into this category?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, especially those that have, they have agency softwares, white label products. They love my software because they bundle and package it up, and it gives them instant wins with their clients. They've never been able to say in their coaching program, "Hey, take my program. I'll get you like instant results." They say, "Here, do this," and I can't guarantee you results, but they say, "Hey, if you do this, you will get response," and the AI does it for them. So they get like
Totally.
instant wins, instant traffic generation, instant nurturing, and the people are getting inundated with bookings, calls, and responses. So they love it. So definitely for agencies, it's dynamite.
I love it, man. This is great. So it's going to increase. I skipped over the last two folks because I already read them and I was like, yes, yes, who you won't work with, who your ideal client is. So I already knew that those were correct. And you can always go back and change them, but it increases revenue, client acquisition, lead quality, conversion rate, marketing efficiency. Absolutely. It's going to decrease your manual effort, lead time, marketing costs, cold outreach time, and error rate. I don't know what error rate is, but we can change that. Or do you know what it is? I don't even know what that is.
Oh, I mean, you could put something like I would equate that to someone that sits there and is a keyboard warrior. Like, I mean, they're really cheap and they got more time than anything else. They just want to fire off a 100 or 200 messages in a day, if that's possible for them to do. And their error rate, I mean, they're gonna probably, get ghosted and not get any response. Like their response rate or their error rate would be maybe 80% or more of their time would be wasted, like complete waste. It's a numbers game at the end of the day, right? Imagine,
So yeah,
that's why
I
people
feel
use
like
email a lot of.
this could be
I don't know if it
decrease
fits. I don't know if it fits.
manual effort, lead time, marketing costs, cold outreach time. Um,
It pretty much eliminates their entire time wasted in the outreach because they're just dealing with responses.
totally, 100%.
So if you could put that into a quick equation there, that would be great.
Ooh, I got a great one. It's going to decrease conversion time. I love that one. So it's basically like from the lead to, do you feel me on that one?
Yeah, decrease and collapse conversion rates and time, conversion time and rate.
Love it. The only issue, I don't want to put rates because I don't want it to think that it's going to reduce the amount of money.
Oh, okay, yeah. Conversion time's great. Yeah,
I don't want to confuse it, but this is good. I like this. Done. Goodbye. So this is where I was talking about the core currency, folks. Like, what is the thing, right? Technically, the core currency is lead generation. So if we just said, what is the one thing, that's what it would be, and then we can, go further with it. But I don't want to confuse it too much because I feel like that's true. Okay, so it's going to increase. It's lead generation. Anytime we put the word "and" after something and we put something else, we're confusing. We're confusing people. So ideally, we try not to use the word "and" or, because then it's like pick something. We just got to pick something. So, it is lead generation. I know it's nurture, but this is the thing that I'll tell you about most people. Okay. Because I have a program where I help people generate more leads and more sales. So a lot of people are like, they just think like, I need more leads, I need more sales. I need more leads, I need more sales. So a lot of people at the beginning, they might not even know. They just know they want more leads. And then like when you can wow them with a bonus of being able to nurture them easier, they're gonna be like, cool, sweet, I want to go. And now they're totally in. Okay. So business growth, all this stuff. Let's go. Okay. Now it's gonna spit out the main problems. Needing to become an AI expert, absolutely. So believing manual effort is necessary for quality leads. Thinking AI tools are too complicated to set up and use. Done. Definitely the main things. Okay. So those are the main struggles people think they have. So at this point, folks, when you get to this area, you click reset message. Boop. Okay. The AI Leads Mastery is a unique service that helps premium coaches, consultants, and agencies increase conversion rates.
Conversion time.
Conversion time.
And rates too. I mean,
it is the two, but they will know that. So it's conversion time. I actually like that better. It's more concise words. In 90 days, without needing to become an AI expert, believing manual effort is necessary for quality leads, or thinking AI tools are too complicated to set up, and use so they can. Yeah, I always just like cut it off there. Boop. Period. Done. Finish. Move on. So that's it, folks. And like, this is the thing, folks. So watch what I do for Greg's campaign planner here. So as long as he feels good with it, I just click this button right here and I download it. Whoop. And now I have his messaging that I did with him earlier. I have his entire marketing campaign here. Okay. The campaign planner. And then the product roadmap's probably done by now. So it should have it all set. It is. Okay. So it's gone through and done all of these pieces. What I like to do sometimes is change. I'm not a huge fan of GrowthWorks like phase names because I feel like they do an injustice to like really three powerful things that you could say that help people. So let me explain what I mean by this, folks. So like AI Foundation Blueprint, Automation Navigator, Tool Setup Guide. Um, so this could be we could call this phase like I'm just gonna spitball out of my brain, y'all. This is like money making tools. Okay, people like that. So the three phases that we help people with is we give them the money making tools, we give them um, you know, uh, automation outreach, and um, you know, uh, increased con increased conversions or something like that, right? So you go boom, boom, boom. So now people are like, okay, cool. Does that make sense, Greg? Why that's better than what they have there? And if it doesn't, I can go deeper into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just want it
Yeah.
to sound
Yeah. I
better.
mean, it'd be nice if you could change the letters in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
so just so you all saw how I did that, literally like when you're in the product roadmap area here, you just go up to the top right here. Oh, is it stalling out on me? Sometimes it stalls. So you go up to edit phases, you click it, and it brings you back to kind of like the stuff that we did. Being slow. So it brings you back to this stuff. So we can change any of the outlines here. We can change the names it gave us, right? So like if we didn't like one of those, and then we can change why is that not being funny? So in here, um, it's kind of like if let's say we shot a video sales letter, folks, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically like a little, you know, short blurb to give people exactly what we do. And Greg was like, the three key pieces to the AI automation puzzle. Let's just say that was the name of his VSL. Okay. That's the phases are what we would want to share with them, right? We would want to be like this, this, and this. And in each phase, we have three parts. And that's how it just makes it so simple for people's brain. They're like, cool, awesome, let's go. So uh I want to make this actually simple for us right now. You can always just leave these folks. You can always just leave them. But I just don't think foundation explains anything, in my opinion. I don't think implementation explains anything in in a good way.
It doesn't draw an emotional response.
Thank you.
In a
That's
word picture. There's no word picture or emotional.
exactly. So that's why I like things like you know, AI
Money making
um money making
tools.
tools, right? It's like that's what it is, right? Um and is there one of these here? Is that a thing? I might be wrong. We can take it out if it's not. I don't even know. I just felt like it should be there. um Implementation, what did we say about the second one? And we can always look back, folks. We can always be like, oh, okay. So, oh, cancel. So the first three are AI money making tools. So there's the tool setup guide, automation navigator. So the second one is um lead gen opto. So the um I know exactly. So this is more of like done for you nurturing.
Done for you client nurturing or
Love that. Or I guess
lead
prospect
nurturing,
nurturing.
something.
Yeah, lead nurturing. That's what it is. Boom, boom, boom. Yep. Done for you lead nurturing. I feel like this is definitely like this. Done for you. That sounds awesome. And then this is this is really where we're increasing the conversion rate with AI.
Conversion cascade.
Love it.
Increase conversion cascade.
Done. Boom.
Increase
See, folks,
conversion
this is how we
cascade.
get fun. So now people are like, "Hey, Greg, what are the 3 things that you do?" Well, I inject AI money making tools into your business. We do a lot of done for you lead nurturing, and you're going to get an increased conversion cascade. How does that sound? People are like, "Here's my money. Perfect. Done and done." Okay. And now, folks, I'm going to take you through the whole process. And before I do that and actually just make this look, because we could go through and actually get in the nitty gritty with all these, but I'm going to show you how. I hope you have noticed, like, I don't overthink shit. And for those of you that are overthinkers and are trying to perfect this, you're leaving money on the table. When we can put stuff out, we get to test it and see if people want the thing. Okay. So I'm doing what could have taken a month for Greg I mean, we've been doing this for maybe an hour now. So it's pretty insane. Would you all agree that this is crazy? And yeah, so it's pretty nuts. And this is what most people don't have this stuff. And then they try to do organic or paid content and they're burning money and they're burning time because they don't actually have a foundation. So if you don't have this stuff up front, then organic and paid traffic is it's just not beneficial. So a lot of people want more leads and sales, but they don't have this stuff in place. So this is the keys, okay, to the castle. So I'm going to so we want to feel confident with both of these. And at the same time, just for demonstration practices, I'm going to just help Greg do this real fast. So we go into the design studio now. And we got to pick one of these, Greg. We got to pick one that we like around all of this. I feel like you could do well with any of these just because you tell me which ones you like.
The black with the blue background, that's even my colors.
This one?
No, that one, yeah.
This one.
And
if not, we can change it anytime. Yeah, I can go back. Don't worry.
It had the nice blue bullets at the top, the 3 big.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Black.
That's what I thought. Okay, hold on. I'm going to change it up. And you can change this at any time, folks. This is a very customizable piece here. Okay. All right. So watch. If you want to change it, folks, you just can go into it. And they change stuff on me all the time. So sometimes it takes me a second to like figure it out. But let me see. Yeah, you might need to go back. Hold on. This is good because this will help me figure out how to actually change this piece here.
It didn't go back to the previous menu.
No, but it doesn't mean that we can't. So I never get stuck on it because it's totally possible. And worst case scenario, we duplicate it or do something differently. Just for time's sake, I don't want to get stuck in the weed on that. I just want to show you all how fast this can be. Okay. And then we can go back, Greg, and we can build any sort of things. Okay. You have access to this. So let's say we just built this out, folks. AI Lead Mastery. You can see here, it's actually really good. So the AI Lead Mastery is a unique service that helps premium coaches, consultants, and agencies increase conversion time in 90 days without needing to become an AI expert, believing manual effort is necessary for quality leads, or thinking AI tools are too complicated to set up. Now, something even cooler, folks, is if like once Greg feels confident, we could and agencies increase conversion time, we can put a percentage here, like how fast, how much quicker, right? That is a big selling point for people. If you can put a number there, they're going to be like, yes, please, unless you don't have a number. Does that make sense?
Conversion time, I would say within 24 to 72 hours of implementation.
Love it.
I mean, the biggest record I had, I got on a call with someone. This is no word of a lie. This is the biggest record of my client base. She beat me, okay, but I went in on Zoom, and just so people don't have analysis paralysis, say when I get on a call, just give me remote control to Zoom. Let's just automate this, and we can have a conversation while the AI is doing its work. So literally from the moment of login to the time that I created the first message, which was so basic, we didn't analyze or get stuck in the weeds, just slam out like 10 messages, get this AI to do it for you, okay? And we're on the call, and it didn't even finish the messages, and people were responding. And I think it was the second response that came back, and she was laughing, just all giddy. And she shows me the phone and reads me the message. And I said, I'm going to get off the call. I can tell that person is ready for your offer. Go close that sale. And then I want you to phone me when you close the deal. And no joke, I got off the call. I went to go have my dinner that was sitting there waiting while I was on the call. And I barely got any bites in my mouth, and it was under 30 minutes. She closed a $583 some odd change sale. Just like that, boom, in under 30 minutes. The AI brought her in that sale. There's more messages she had to get back to after. So that was the best. So I mean, it does collapse conversion time, like huge.
So I said increase conversion speed to 24 hours or less in 90 days. We can play with that. We can look at that. And if you have something, and yeah, we'll get back to it in a second. But yes, that's what I want you all thinking. Like, how can we do that? Right. And don't get stuck in the weeds on it. And money making tools, that looks good. Good. Now, this is where, folks, we want to, a lot of times the things here, see like these little the explanations, I find that withouts don't always work. Okay. So grasp AI basics for automation. Why does it make it white? Grasp AI basics for automated income generation without feeling overwhelmed by AI technology. That's actually good without. I'm cool with that. And I remove the dots. I don't need that. And then this one is discover powerful marketing automation systems without doubting the need for automation. See how that doesn't make any sense? So I'm just like, goodbye. This one is set up AI marketing tools effortlessly without believing AI tools are too hard to set up. So I go, no, you don't need that. And then we can kind of go through all of these and just get rid of what we need and what we don't need. Okay. And then when you want to make, like, you can change this like little graphic here. All right. So let's say AI foundation. So I click this little settings button, and you'll see popped up over here. And I just go AI, and it'll kick us a bunch of cool things. We can decide to keep it all in alignment, see how it's all one color, or we can add like a new color here. Okay. So we can like, if we like the colored version of this, right. So let's say we like this one, I could click it and it will add it in. Right. Does that make sense, Greg?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool. So you all can play with these. You can add whichever one you want. You could add that in there. Then we click here. We add in something here, boom. Okay. And then if you don't like the thing on the bottom, like if you feel like, oh, I don't need this, right? You're never going to hand it to somebody. Like I've never used the bottom part ever. I just go boop and say goodbye. If you want to add it back in, you can boop. And now we have a roadmap that we can literally show our prospects, and we can speak to it. So if I was on a call with Greg I could literally go through this entire process. I basically would ask them a bunch of questions. And then when we got to the offer making period of our call, I'd be like, I have a systemized roadmap that I take people through to help them get results. So I'm just going to share my screen, and then I would share my screen and I would go through this with Greg, and I would say, like, these are the basic breakdowns of what we're going to do together over these 90 days. We're going to make sure you have all the AI money making tools you need in your business to be successful. And then we're going to set up some systems and processes around done for you lead nurturing. How does that sound? Greg's like, that's awesome. And then we're going to really have a massive increase in conversions, so that you can just really maximize your time in your coaching and consulting business on what matters the most, which is taking these leads and taking over just like the last part of the nurturing process and bringing them through the rest of what you do and how they can work with you. And so when we get into AI money making tools, I'm going to show you all the foundational pieces of how to use AI to get the best results possible. The second thing is I'm going to make sure that you really understand how this automation works and what it does and what it doesn't do, because a lot of people get stuck and they don't actually know that, right? Does that make sense, Greg? And he's like, yes. And then you go,
Yes.
cool. And then we're going to go into the tool setup guide, and we're going to actually show you all the tools that you'll have at your fingertips to make sure that you know how to use them and feel really confident that you can totally use them in your business to really increase your increase your leads, and increase your nurturing time, which is what we get into phase 2. Okay, so we're going to really get into automating lead generation. We're going to enhance cold outreach, and get the conversation started with these folks, and they never know whether it's a human or a bot, because that's how good our AI is. Okay, and then it's really great at prospecting and finding the right people for your offer and your services. So it's really powerful. And this just makes it so much easier to increase your conversion rates at a much reduced amount of time. Okay. I'm going to also make sure that we look at the analytics, so you'll be able to read whether this is working or not. And we're going to show you the best practices. So we're going to make sure that you know exactly what to do and what not to do, based off of our research and data of what's worked for our clients so far. And then any problems that you have, we help you troubleshoot all of those. So you have a really great system up and ready and working and bringing in money and sales and leads and clients in 90 days or less. How does that sound, Greg? Does that sound good?
Fantastic.
Perfect.
Sounds
okay.
awesome.
And then you say to the person, are there any other questions? And they'll be like, what's, the investment? And then you say, it's $3,000. They say, cool. Do you, they might say, do you have a payment plan? You say yes. Or if you just be like, oh, we have financing options, whatever it is, right? So that's the sales stuff I'm not going to get into today, folks. But as you can see, this is at the bare bones of what we did today. This could absolutely increase the amount of leads that you get into your business when you can speak to it and you can help people. It can also increase your sales conversions. And I'm going to show you one last thing before we kind of take Q&A here. So whenever I am creating content for my audience, whenever I'm doing any type of organic content or paid content, I never, ever, ever pull from my mind anymore. I always pull from my map and my market. Okay. Many of you are thinking about what your clients want to hear, and you're not thinking that I built this map based off of my market research. That's why I did that with Greg at the very beginning there. It was quick market research. So when I am creating content, Greg's going to create content around the foundations, what people need to know, right? He's going to show people how this is so powerful in creating marketing automations and systems in their business. He's going to help people see how easy it is, the ease and flow of setting up these tools inside of your business and making them work. He could do a whole post or video or anything, right? Any of these could be a front-end offer, by the way. It could be something where, Greg runs a whole, he runs like a workshop like this where he's like, hey, I'm going to show you all the tools that I have and show you how they could work in your business. Do you want to join? And they're like, me. And then you send them messages and they jump in and they join your workshop. And then you show them, this is actually how you help people get results. And then they give you money and you've sold your core currency. So that's it, folks. Like, don't overcomplicate it. Make it super simple for your people to understand and use your map and start to actually show up as the leader of your leads. Yeah, this is how you do it. Any questions from Greg or anybody else in here around this? I tried to keep it under an hour. We went for an hour and 46 minutes, but I think it was worth it, right? Where is this information being pulled from? Well, AI pulls information from everything on the internet. Is it up to date? As long as the internet is.
Yeah, I just want to add something. So guys, as you can see, what we showed you here is the basics of marketing, where most people are struggling with just these basics. When it comes to marketing, and we teach this through our challenges, it comes to truly understanding your audience in the first place, understanding your audience, crafting a messaging that is attractive and allows you to stand out in a sea full of other coaches, other offers. You need to stand out in some way. Most people completely fail to stand out and are unable to grab attention, unable to understand their customer, how to talk to them, what kind of message to put out there so their customer even notices them. And I think what Matt showed here, just with this portion of the training that he showed, you can stand out extremely well. If you can reach your customer with their pain points, their struggles, their problems, which that's what the softwares help you build, and then have a nice roadmap that when they finally talk with you, you can show them clearly what is the transformation that you're able to give them. Just with that, you should be able to go and get clients. I think this right here is the basics of all of it, done very, very well and in a very impressive way. And on top of that, we can add all kind of layers of AI to then reach more clients, reach more, everything, right? So yeah, I really like this, Matt. I think this is amazing. It's absolutely incredible. Most people can't even say what their business does and can't even put in words how they solve problems. And I think that helps very, very well. That would be the first thing I would work on if I was to start a new business, is to create this.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more with that, Johnny. And also speaking to Paul's question there is like, I don't pull everything from AI, folks. I want you to be very clear when you hear me say this. Like, I am talking to people on a regular basis. I go through a whole protocol of how to really get clear on my market and what they want and all that stuff to make this map like insanely awesome. And I'll show you a quick slide of what I mean. Okay. Just to kind of answer this question, so that if you are worried like, oh, maybe the AI isn't up to date, you can totally go through it this way, folks, and follow these quick steps. And I'll just share my screen real quick. That will help you, so ready, I'm going to show you. So this is step 3 in one of my processes, is know your who's what's. Okay. So basically knowing your ideal client, exactly the unique individual person that you help, what their problems and desires are. Okay. So first thing you would do is ask your ideal clients or potential clients. Another way is you can go to Answer the Public, which is basically an AI tool that it searches everywhere in the internet to find out all the questions and things that people are asking around your subject content. Okay. This one site is next level. So if y'all aren't familiar with Answer the Public, get in there, check it out. Then you go to Amazon And on the books that are written on your topic or subject, you go and look at the reviews on this book, okay, or whatever it is. And you look at the 1 reviews and the 5 reviews. So what did they not get out of the book that they wanted, and what was the thing that they loved about the book, so that you can include things that weren't in the book in your program. So it's basically meeting a need that the market has, or you're just maximizing it with the things that they already loved. Then you go to YouTube and you can, and Johnny showed this a little bit in the last training. You can go to YouTube and get a lot of cool. You can use AI tools to maximize your YouTube viewing. But I like going to YouTube and looking for the top viewed videos and looking at the comments in the videos to see what questions people had around that thing, so I can include those in my programs. I also go to Facebook groups and I'll do the little search icon, the little magnifying glass, and I'll see the common questions everybody's asking, and check them out in the comments. And I actually will go in and solve people's problems immediately, and then they follow me, and many of them become clients. So that's another way to do this as well. And then AI is number 6. Notice how that's number 6 out of all these. So I just did it quickly with Greg here using AI and just kind of building it out. I also go into Facebook ads library here, and I will see what are people already running traffic to and what are they saying and all this stuff that they need that's already being done, that's the kind of working, right? So and then you can go to Reddit and Quora. So like, here's just 8 ways you can do this right now that could be very powerful and helpful for you all to do your own market research. Like I'm a big fan of AI, and I usually just get it from the mouth of my client, right? So like, for example, when I was running my gym, a lot of the clients were like, I want to be more toned. I want my muscles to be toned. So in my marketing, I would use the word toned, like get toned, like, but that's not a thing, folks. That is literally like, you can do that with musical instruments, but I'm using their words that they say because that's what they say they want. It doesn't matter what I think that they want. What do they actually want? So you need to speak your client's language, and this allows you to do it, and it allows them to see that you get them. Okay, so this also is a listening and leadership skill, but there's a lot of pieces to that puzzle.
Hey, Matt, can I show something quickly?
Please.
Guys, do you want to see a really cool way with AI to research content in your niche in a way that you've probably never seen before? So this is something I've been developing behind the scene for our AI CEO course students. By the way, is there any AI CEOs here? The people that joined the AI CEO program by me and Matt? Let me know in chat.
I see Renee in here. I see Anita in here. Yeah.
Cool. So here's some really exciting news for everybody. But even if you didn't join, I would like you to see this because this is the future. So a funny thing, obviously Matt is doing an amazing job with the program where he teaches everything you've seen today, but really, really in detail. And he is pushing the students to absolutely crush it. But here's the thing. Matt is a great coach. Matt is that coach. And me, I'm just an AI nerd. So I have this guy living in the house with me. His name is Nathan. Maybe I'll introduce him in the future. But this guy is an AI automation expert. And I started to develop with Nathan all kind of AI assistants and automations that will do things automatically for the people in the AI CEO program. As we teach them to research content, we are developing crazy AI assistant that can go to the internet and research content and a bunch of really cool stuff. So I want to show you an example of how this looks like, right? Check this out. If I can share my screen, that would be awesome. Let me know if I can share my screen. Okay, can I? There you go. Right, so can everybody see my screen? Let me know in chat. Cool. So what you see right here might look very, very confusing to you, as it should be. It is confusing. I don't even understand what I'm looking at. But the point is, we have started to build these AI assistants and automations that work together to create amazing things for you and for your business. So let me show you. This right here is, it's like a Google Sheet, but we're using a platform called Airtable. And what this does is it essentially, I call it the influencer matrix or the influencer research. You can have AI research for you on autopilot the newest content from your favorite influencers. So as you can see, this is one of my favorite influencers, Chris Williamson. And then the AI, what it does is it takes his video, it puts the views and likes for you. It explains what the video is about. It even creates a script. So it takes the existing script and it makes it your own on autopilot, right? So it takes what the guy said and it essentially creates a better script for you. It even gives you hooks that you can use. And it even gives a virality score from 1 to 10, okay? And the transcript of the whole thing. So it also downloads the video for you so you can actually watch it and see if it's, I think it's already expired. It only keeps it for a little bit. Yeah, it's fine. So the way we do this is we have this automation which you can load easily, and with one click, it would go and start doing all this research for you. And you can tell it what accounts you would like it to follow and work. So you can give it any Instagram account that you like, and it will start getting the most relevant videos from those Instagram accounts. What you can see right here is it downloads the video. And right now it didn't work. I need to check why. But essentially, it does the transcript for you. It summarizes it for you, creates a viral script for you, hook, virality score, sentiment analysis, and puts it all in this sheet for you. Another automation that we're building right now that is very, very cool, and this is just the future. We need to work on it a little bit more. But this automation right here takes any voice note that you post on a Slack channel. If I have a Slack, any voice note that you post on a Slack channel and extracts the main points of it, and then creates a Facebook post, tweets, creates carousel posts, and writes reels for you. With one single click, I'll show you how that looks like as well. Settings, sorry. Choose where to start, choose manually. So this is the last voice recording that I have created inside my Slack channel. If I just click OK and run, this will automatically take this voice note and start creating like a transcript, extract the main points, drop it all inside an Airtable, which I'll show you in a second, write the Facebook post, write tweets, and this can also create graphics for you. So it can take those tweets and make graphics without you having to touch a single thing. So if we go into Airtable right here, speak to social, let's go right here. You can see this is all the pieces of content that I created completely on autopilot just from inputting my voice, right? So a LinkedIn post and Facebook post, Instagram reel, Instagram carousel, tweets, all from a voice note. And this can do it with any post that you put it and you give it. So AI right now can do some really, really incredible stuff. It truly can do a work of a whole team for you. We are developing this right now for the AI CEO students. This will take some more work, obviously, but there's a lot of exciting stuff that are happening behind the scene. And you can imagine that if you're struggling with, creating a piece of content, and then you have somebody that has AI research unlimited content for him, and then AI creates the script for him, and then he just records a simple voice note, and then that turns into Facebook posts and Instagram posts and videos and voice notes and reels and pictures and all of this stuff. You can see how it would be very hard to compete. So AI is definitely here and it's the future. I think that the goal for us this year would be to go live maybe even once a week inside the new Facebook group and keep showing you guys the possibilities and what's possible. And of course, if you're an AI CEO student, so I actually give you this automation so you can start testing them and working them inside your business and all these softwares like GrowthWorks and all of that. But I just don't see any other way to do business without AI anymore because it's just so much slower. And yeah, this has just been my experience. We've been using AI quite a lot, especially with content and stuff. So very excited to show all of you how you can do it as well in your businesses. Matt, you are here.
Yes, sir.
Amazing.
It's awesome. It is. It's like literally all the cheat codes, folks. Like if you're really, this is the big thing that I'll say around this is like, if you're really good at what you do, like this just makes it even more important. Like this just makes it better. Like you just become better because of it, you know? Um,
Yeah,
so,
I
so
want to share that a lot of the guys here, a lot of the ladies and the gentlemen here, like your problem is not that you cannot make money online or you cannot build a business online and all of that. That's absolutely not the case. The only problem you truly have, and I know because I coach so many of you, and also for me, is that you're struggling with implementing. That's all. You're struggling to do the work because many factors can be like you're too busy, you have family, you have children, you have things to take care, or maybe you tried in the past and it didn't work, and because of that, your mindset is lacking, and you feel like you cannot do it or whatever. AI is here to just help you overcome that. So you can, boom, go and create a roadmap in 1 hour of work easily. Boom. So you can go and research the best content in your niche with one click and then repurpose it and make it your own. That is why AI is for, is to help you overcome those things where you struggle, like those implementation issues. And I think that is what for me is really exciting, why I'm going in the AI path. I'm not saying it's here to replace you. You still need to be the captain of your ship. You still need to be the CEO, the AI CEO. But it's better when you understand your business, you can send AI to do some of it with under your directions, but still, like, instead of you implementing hours and hours a day, it's really cool that now this is possible. And I think this is great for everybody here. Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yep.
So yeah, folks, I mean, last month we did a pretty amazing training over 3 days, and we basically just put it all into one 2 hour training today and just gave you like the clear vision of what's out there. And Johnny and I just genuinely want to serve you and help you. And the people in the AI CEOs right now, they can attest to that. Like we're in there with them just doing work. And I did a bonus training on Monday just to help them make sure that they have their growth work stuff done and all these things, because you have to have the foundations. Okay, they have to have the foundations. I know I can't get my face to turn on for some reason. I need to be the I need to be the host again, but it's okay. The fact of the matter here, folks, is that
I gave you host.
oh, perfect. Okay, cool. So now I can turn my video back on. The fact of the matter here, folks, is like we can absolutely help you. achieve the results and the goals that you want in your business. And we really just want to help you do that. Like I care that people can get results. That's it. Because what's the point of getting results if you can't keep them? And I help you keep them. We help you get them. We help you implement all the things that we're talking about. So last round, we made a pretty insane offer. It was a $1,500 offer that was something that we said we probably would never offer again. And I don't know if we will again. But what I'd like to offer today, like if you feel like you need some extra support with this, or you feel like you are looking to be ready, willing, committed, and invested in your business, I'm going to put a link to just book a call with me, and we can have a conversation. Now, let me tell you who this call is for and who this call is not for. Okay. So, and I'm not going to post it yet because I want you to hear who it's for and who it's not for. So this call is 100% not for you if you are a type of person that fights for your limitations, okay? And is like trying to, if you get stuck in the, I can't afford it, I can't do this, blah, 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 you get stuck in that. I actually can't help you out of that. And that's not the job, right? This is for empowered creators that want to make this happen and want their business to start to explode this year. That's who this is for. Okay. I work with people that are true entrepreneurs and business owners that want to make this work. And even if you're in the very beginning phases of this, we can 100% help you. Okay. I'm doing a lot with people right now to do this. And we're going to be in the trenches with you to do this. Okay. So it's not for you if you're going to make excuses and you're going to, not actually follow through. You're not going to show up to calls. You're not going to take the support that we're giving, because it's like, why waste the money if you're not actually going to do the thing? Okay. And who this is for super serious people that are ready, willing, committed, and invested to make this year the most transformative year of their life. Okay. This is people that are being the leader of their life and the leader of their leads, doing what you need to do to get results so that you can have the business and life that you truly want to have. That's it, folks. So if you feel like that's you and it's your time to rise, okay, I will put this link in the chat and you can book a wake-up call with me. And like I said, this is not for people that aren't ready, willing, committed, and invested. Okay. It is for people that are that and are ready to use AI and use the tools and have some amazing coaching from me and Johnny and really just help you blow this out of the water. Okay. So I will gladly take questions about anything else before we wrap today. So it says, thank you, Matt. Absolutely amazing. Can you resend the GrowthWorks link with the 14-day trial? Yes, I will put it in the chat right now. Let me find it. Actually, I might be able to pin it, y'all. No, I can't. Never mind. Perfect. Yeah. And yeah, if we're friends on Facebook, and if you're not friends with me on Facebook, send me a friend request. You can always send me questions in the DMs as well. Because I can absolutely help you with any questions that you have around any of that. Cool, y'all. Any other questions, thoughts, concerns, excitement? Oh, thank you, Shannon. She said, you need Matt in your life. I I love you, Shannon. You are awesome. Yeah, I mean, at the deeper level, folks, is I have a lot of training around the psychology of things. I'm a coach, I'm a consultant, and I'm a therapist all in one. So I'm going to help you get there's many times where you join a program and maybe you've done this before, where you've joined a program or you've got tools, but you can't actually access them because there's some limiting stuff going on for you that's blocking you from actually getting the result. So what I do is I get in there with you and make sure that you can actually get the results. Because I don't know, I'm kind of tired of the everybody's a number, and it's a numbers game, because I don't agree with that. You're a human being. You're a human being. And I love human beings, and I just love helping you. And specifically, like, I love the conscious creators, the empowered entrepreneurs, and the optimistic overcomers of their life, the CEOs of their life. And if you're that, then you're my people, and I would love to work with you and support you and help you get the results that you want to get in these next coming months. So I am excited, Oh, thank you, Anita. That's awesome. So I'm excited to work and connect with all of you. And if you book a call, great. I'd love to chat with you. If not, take what you have here. Okay, take GrowthWorks, build it, folks. Do it. Because it will change the game for you. Okay. It will change the game for you, folks. Okay. It will absolutely change the game for you. So if it's if it's something where you're really serious about making this happen, like I said, if you do nothing else, just build a roadmap. Nothing else. If you did nothing else about anything today, just build a roadmap that you can show people when you get calls booked with you. Okay. So that you can explain it really easily to people, so they see what you have to offer, and it will just make your life so much easier. All right, y'all. So I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I look forward to chatting with some of you, and we will be back. Me and Johnny will be back. We're going to come back with the full-blown Legion training in
Yes,
very
absolutely.
soon, right, Johnny? Right, we're
Absolutely.
But I want Johnny. My biggest thing is I love Johnny, and I don't want I need him to get healthy. So we gotta wait until this. Yes, you will have 14 days of access to this, folks. And Shannon, you have 12 months, so you're all set. You're a client of mine, so you're all set. Cool. Any other questions, y'all? Wonderful. Yeah, today
we're not doing the full challenge. We just did this training today since I'm not in good health. We're gonna reschedule a date and do the full-on thing with all the new stuff that we have ready. I couldn't last 3 days. I didn't have it in me. I had to be honest. Yeah.
I don't want you to do that either.
Yes,
I need you to get better.
Yeah, man.
Awesome, y'all.
All right. Thank you so much, Matt. I really appreciate you doing this training for everybody. Guys, only one thing, whether you're going to join or not, it's all cool. If you want to join and work with us, would be more than excited to show you how to use AI in your business on the highest levels. But if you won't join, or maybe you'll join, it's okay. Maybe you can just go to our Facebook group and drop a nice comment that you enjoyed this training, so people know that they need to join these trainings next time. Okay? Get them jealous. Tell them you don't know what you missed today. Stuff like that.
I love it.
Can you do that for us?
Yeah, absolutely, folks. If you got any benefit, please just share it in the Facebook group. It helps us a lot. And it helps people to help spread this message of getting this out to people. So go get them, folks. I'm excited to see you make this happen. Yeah, have a great